Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have my cousin Melissa here, who is a SEINT representative. Is that what they're called? Artist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As you guys know, I wear makeup very rarely. And when I do, I don't know what I'm doing. And I just wear probably the cheapest junk that there is. So, I'm here to get a professional look
So professional.
from someone who knows the SEINT products and stuff. So, and I thought you guys might be interested too, because SEINT is really like popular right now. And so if you've ever been curious about it, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah. I just want to make sure, because I feel like it's actually too warm for you, maybe.
Yeah, girl, I'm pale.
I know, but like, I'm pale too, but I mix Versailles. That means nothing to you. I mix two shades to get my color, because one is, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm almost wondering if you'd be like, well, that's way too warm for you.
I'm translucent.
I think I might actually just do for you what I do for myself.
Oh, okay. Well, we are related.
We are, yeah. Because I was like, I feel like I'm more red than you are, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, look at our skin tone.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, you're more olive.
I've never been called olive before, though.
Maybe that's not right. More yellow? I don't know. You're not, yeah, no. You're just not red. I would say, yeah.
That's how different we are.
I know, yeah.
I thought we would be like the same.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of like thinking, that's why I was like, I wonder what you would be. Because I have all of the, like, the lightest shades.
Mm-hmm. Mine is like green. That's what I look. I look green compared to you.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I'm dead.
No, you would be white. You might just be Versailles. Because that just blended in.
I'm French.
Oui, oui. I'm going to start just because I want to show how easy our brush cleaner is. So I always tell people, even if you don't use the makeup, if you are just a makeup wearer in general, our brush cleaner is my favorite product because it dries your brush within 30 seconds and it smells like candy. So you just take a paper towel, you spray it on there, and you just wipe your brush clean. And like within seconds, and you can use it instantly. Like that's like the biggest thing for me. Like no matter, I just like before I got the brush cleaner, I'd be trying to do like tutorials and then like waiting hours for my brush to dry. It does not help. So as you're gonna see, I'm gonna use this, I'm washing this brush. I wiped off all the makeup. It's clean and I can use it already. So I just thought I would like start with that because
That's awesome.
I just feel like anyone who is a makeup wearer or uses brushes, it's kind of the best thing that we sell.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
in my opinion. Okay, so I'm going to start. SEINT, I'll just like a brief description of SEINT is that it is a 3D foundation, meaning that you are not layering your face with makeup. So you're not doing like your foundation, and then on top of that you're doing your contour, and then your bronzer, and then your blush. You put your makeup where it goes. So you're actually using less product, and you're not building so many layers on your face to make it look cakey.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is we have, basically you start with your shades. I'm not even sure this is in camera. So you typically get color matched with a brightener shade, your main shade, a contour, and a blush. Or just start with the basics. When I first started, I just wanted to try it out, and I think I just got like a brightener. Did I get all of the whole pack? I don't think I did. I think I just started with a brightener and a main, and I used my own makeup brush, and it was not good. It just, yeah. It was very cakey, and it like oxidizes on my face weird, so it turned into the wrong shade. So then I decided to actually purchase a brush and try the makeup, and it made a world of a difference, because these brushes are made for cream. So I mean, I know people who have their own cream brushes that say work really well. That is great. But I was just like, from like trying the product before actually selling it, I did find the brush actually made a huge difference. So what I'm going to just show you is we're going to start with, I'm just going to use the contour I use myself on you.
Sure.
So I take this smaller side of the brush, and I'm going to, also cream is highly pigmented, so you dab, more so than you like
Swipe?
cake. Yeah.
Okay.
So because the contour is more of like a thicker consistency, you do need to kind of like swipe at it to get more, but it's very pigmented. So we're gonna start with contouring the forehead. So then what you're doing is you're just defining the shape of the face this way. I used to be terrified of contour until I realized it's super easy, and I don't know, it's just like actually contouring your face gives your face definition. Where when I used to do my face, I would just be like a pale canvas,
right?
You know? And then when you place your contour on here, you want to go above your ear here, like find your bone and go right on it or above it. If you bring it down too low, you're actually going to make your face look wider. So you want to put it here and bring it to about the middle of your eye, because if you go too far, it's also not helpful. So you want to find like that shape.
Should I look at you or them?
Right where you are is actually perfect.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because then I can see what I'm doing here better. So then I'm going to draw this out. And there are different ways to contour depending on your face shape. So if you're wanting to pronounce like your cheeks, then you're going to like more of like bring it in. If you're just trying to like thin your face, then you're going to just do more of like a line. I think I'm correct on that. Don't quote me. I really am not an actual makeup artist.
You're way more experienced than me.
It's only because I wear makeup. There's like this one patch on your forehead that's like, no, I don't want it.
I'm sorry. My forehead's not cooperating.
So these products last a long time. Sorry, I'm also like not the best at putting it on other people.
Well,
so
this is weird angles too. So.
True. Okay, so yeah, we're putting things in their place versus layering. So I start contour. Some people will contour their nose if you want to. Some people already have the nose of their dreams. Some people just don't like to contour. I also like to do right underneath my jaw. So I'm going to trace it under here. So you don't want to make sure it's not like on your cheeks. Like you're trying to create a shadow. So that's where like the illusion comes from, is the shadow. Mm-hmm. Watch a makeup artist come in here and be like, you are wrong. Okay, that's fine. That was terrible. I'm so sorry. It's the angles. Let's just blame that. And we are gonna blend. That's the thing. People see this makeup and they're like, that is terrifying. Yeah, it is until you blend it.
I thought I would just go out like this.
Oh, well, you can. We can fully leave it. And then I'm going to do her nose a bit. So I'm going to just dab it into my contour. I kind of like to hold it a little bit more flat. And then I'm going to get sketchy-doo. Yeah. And then you're going to kind of like go right here. Snatch that nose. I also got my nose pierced and it had nerve damage. So ever since I've had that done, I have a flat spot on my nose. If people don't notice it until I tell them.
Oh.
See?
Yeah.
I have like nerve damage there. Okay. Also, I should preface, this makeup is very fast. Once you've done it yourself a few times, you're familiar, you're comfortable with where you're placing everything. It's branded the 5-minute makeup, which is accurate. You know, like I'm explaining things.
Yeah.
This is going to take a little longer.
Yeah. But
when you're doing it yourself, you literally dab it, you know your placements, you blend, you're done. I literally just did a tutorial the other day. My whole face, like including my eyes, everything, it was 10 minutes. That's
nice.
an eyeshadow alone. I used to take me 20 minutes to do my eyeshadow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, just saying.
That's an improvement.
Right. So we've shadowed. Now I'm going to go in with the brightener shade, which is also maybe your main shade. But I'm going to just put Versailles where I would brighten, and then I might mix it with white peach. And if it's too dark, I'll just lighten. Cream makeup, also one thing I love about it is that it's movable. So if you make a mistake or you feel like you've added too much product, you can buff it out. And you can't really do that with other makeup. Maybe you can. I don't think so. So we've created the shadow. Now we want to highlight her face. So when you want to highlight the face, you're going to put your brightener shade on right here on your forehead. We're going to put it down the nose. You're going to put it here. And people also do the Cupid's bow. And then people also brighten under their eyes. And they say after the age of 30, the correct way to brighten under your eyes is to actually just put a dab in the middle here, because you want as light product as possible, because too much product just gets cakey. Especially if like I have really bad bags and I have lots of lines under my eyes, so the more cream makeup I put down there, or even just makeup in general, it'll just crease and it will age you. So basically you're putting you're gonna just kind of go like this, and then you're gonna all blend it together later. And then if you find like it's not enough, then you can just add more. What I do, I literally just go in with my brush. I use this brush for everything. I'll just like dab at my brightener, and I'll just like lightly just tap it in. But we're just doing a tutorial on where to place things.
I've never done anything where I've contoured.
No?
Like never.
I never used to contour until I did this either. I would try to contour with bronzer, and you can, but it is better to contour with like more of
Is that a hair in my eye?
probably from when I was
Maybe.
in warrior streaks. Okay. And then now I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna do white peach and Versailles. I need a nap. Okay, so like I said, with cream makeup, you want to do very light. So we're gonna just do like a dab in each, just one quick dab in each, and then I'm going to just apply. Now with cream makeup, like I said, you want as little as possible. Maybe not as little as possible, but it's buildable. So you want to start with less product and build up with what you need.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So would you think, like, the placement of contouring, is that like universal, or does it change depending on how your face is shaped, or?
Yeah. Okay, so in my opinion, I just put in the same place all the time. But there are, like, you can Google how to contour for your face shape.
Okay.
And so there are different ways to do it for your specific face shape. I am not well versed in that. So for me, I just do like the basic contouring.
Right.
But if you like research your shape, it'll tell you how to properly.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then also, let's not forget, if we don't bring down our makeup, we look a little wild. Also keep in mind, like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, so I just have basically what I use versus like what an actual makeup artist would have.
And if you do talk to like somebody wanting to purchase Saint makeup, you would get like a color match first and all that.
Yeah. So because
we didn't do that. I'm just using whatever she uses because we figured we were similar.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have, like, when you sign up, you get a whole bunch of colors for these reasons, so you can go in person and color match. But I've either used up all that product because I've been an artist for almost 3 years, so I don't have that makeup anymore because I don't need it. So I probably like sold it or gave it away or something just to get rid of it.
Right.
So my palette is basically shades I use or I have used. So this will probably not be a perfect match, but we're just showing how easy it is to apply.
But you can do color matches not in person, right?
Right, yeah. So what people will do is they typically will send me, so what you'll do is you'll stand in front of a window about far, I don't know, makeup free. And so facing the window, you take a photo about like this so that you can see your face really well. And then I will take that photo, and if I'm not sure of the colors you'd be, I have like my upline. I consult with like a few other artists, and if a person's not comfortable with that, I also won't do that. I'm gonna start blending, and I usually blend lightest to darkest. So I've already sort of blended her main shade. I'm gonna start with blending her under eyes, and then I'll buff out the contour. And then here's the other thing: other Saint artists, before they add the color up here, they'll usually add like the blush and the bronzer there. That is the only thing that I will layer, because I have a ton of redness in my face. So me personally, what I would do is I do my main, and then I'll add a little bit of like my blush or my bronzer, just because if I just add blush to my face as it is, it's already red, then I don't need it. So for me, it's like counterproductive. So if I want to wear a blush, I have to like kind of color correct that certain spot.
Right.
I feel like I went off topic there. What was I talking about again before?
Well, we were just talking about color matching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I do have a team that will help me color match, if you're comfortable with me sharing that. We also do have collections on the website. If you are not comfortable with a color match and you don't want to send your photo to an artist, there is a spot that are pre-made collections, and they give you like a bunch of different examples per skin tone. So when I go on there, level 1 is perfect for me. It is my Versailles, my white peach, it's a blush, and the contour shade henna, which I love. Right now I'm using ash because it is more of a darker tone, cooler tone, but I have used ash at the beginning. So it's just like when I look at it, if I was going to buy one, I would buy level 1. It's perfect for me. Because when I'm not tanned, I use just Versailles over my face. If I have a little bit of color, I mix white peach and Versailles. And if I have like a little bit of color, I'm white peach. So it's just like perfect for me. Okay, so under the eye, you see we stipple lightly. You don't want to swipe under the eye because the skin is super delicate. So you want to be very gentle. One thing I find, I'm going to go on this side now. Ooh, let's see if I can do this left-handed. One thing I love about the cream makeup is that like it really just like, once you put it on, especially if it's like a colder month, you want to put it there, let it sit for a bit so it like really warms up into your skin, because it just like settles so beautifully.
Does it like react or something to warming up on the skin? Like,
it's just because cream can, like in winter months, it can get colder and harder. So you want it to apply when it's more warm. So like in spring, summer, it's already warm. So you can basically apply it and settle. But if it's a bit on the colder side, you might want to let it sit for a second. You can use all of this with one brush. But because I can't, well, whatever. I can just use the same brush. And now that I've melted in her mane, I'm going to blend the contour. So when you're blending your contour, blend up. Or else, like I said, you're going to bring it down, and you're just going to do the opposite of what we're trying to do.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Trying to give yourself a facelift.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to blend up. Often people will just take their brush and just kind of go like that. You also don't want to over blend because then you're going to lose it. So as you can tell, like we went from harsh lines, which you'll be able to tell because you can't see yourself right now.
Right.
Is that it goes from like a harsh line to like beautifully blended canvas. Look at that. No more harsh lines. You can't look at that, but you will. Future you. I'm doing this at an awkward angle, so please forgive it if it doesn't look perfect. And then never forget under. So this one I blend down because you're creating that shadow. And another fun trick I learned once I started this makeup, we've always been taught when we're trying to hide blemishes to hide them with our concealer, which is our lighter shade. Concealer does not hide pimples. So like if you want to hide a pimple, you would use your main shade because it'll actually conceal it more than the light one will because it actually accentuates your, So that's a fun tip I learned.
Yeah.
So then now what we've done is we've blended out all of her makeup. And then what a person will do then is then you'll like, look, say like, did I overblend? If you overblend, you can add. If you've brought in your makeup down too far, you can just go back in, which we haven't, but just as an example, you can go back into your shade and clean up. Just kind of use that color to bring that shade back in. Yeah, I feel like, do you want to, I don't know, this is a very tiny mirror. Do you know what I mean? But,
oh yeah, and the light's really bad.
yeah, so you're probably not going to be able to see yourself very well.
But what I do see looks good.
So we're gonna, this is just like, can you see yourself? Okay, next we're going to add, do you want blush?
Sure.